Hello, I'm Tanya Taylor, Mayor of Willoughby, with an update from our June Council meeting, which was held on Monday night. We had a very busy agenda and a full public gallery, and I'd like to share some of the outcomes from our meeting. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge my mayoral minute to note the passing of former Councillor Anthony Mustaka. Former Councillor Mustaka was a highly respected community leader who served on council for 16 years across 4 terms. My condolences go to his loving family, in particular his dedicated wife Heather and his 6 daughters, and also of course to the community he worked so hard to serve. The council held a minute's silence to note his passing. Now, council supported another mayoral minute which committed Willoughby to work with other councils across the Sydney metropolitan region in a united approach on waste reform, including lobbying the New South Wales and Australian governments. And in another mayoral minute, council acknowledged the Willoughby residents and community members who were recognised in the 2023 King's Birthday Honours list. Willoughby is fortunate, so fortunate to have people such as these who contribute so much to our community in so many different ways. Congratulations again to the award recipients. Council adopted its 2023-24 operational plan and budget and revised long-term financial plan which covers 2023 to 2033. It was agreed that we will commence public engagement on a potential special rate variation. This matter will be further considered at the August meeting. Now, the decision to lease Chatswood's Devonshire Street Childcare Centre to a highly regarded provider will guarantee the centre remains open and provides ongoing quality care to families, while at the same time assisting the council's financial sustainability. I respect the views of the many parents and children who spoke at council meetings and wrote and spoke to councillors and staff ahead of this decision. It's understandable that we received a lot of feedback, given that for most parents the selection of a childcare centre is a highly considered, emotional and important decision, one of the first decisions you make as a parent. However, council took the view that this decision was the right one, given it will ensure the delivery of quality care for Willoughby families, ongoing employment by staff and an important new revenue stream for the council. Under the agreement, the centre's current philosophy of care, along with its curriculum, cultural education programs and the fee schedule will all be maintained. In addition, the centre's current staffing model will remain in place with staff offered continued employment with the new provider. A related plan of management for the Devonshire Street site was also approved on Monday night. Council discussed some important planning matters as well. So we agreed to publicly exhibit a planning proposal for an 8,427 square metre site, which makes up most of an entire block in the Chatswood CBD. The block is located alongside Archer Street, Spring Place, Albert Avenue and Victoria Avenue. A planning proposal following public exhibition for a development in the Chatswood CBD was also approved, which includes a 2-storey commercial podium and one 27-storey residential tower. And we also approved a planning proposal following public exhibition for an infill development at 92 to 96 Victoria Avenue in North Willoughby, and to exhibit a planning agreement for this same site. A notice of motion was made to accommodate parking at 2 to 4 Jersey Road in Artarmon to create additional parking and support local businesses. It was decided that a kiss and ride zone would be put in place on school days and either 1-hour parking or unrestricted parking as noted on the signage that will be installed. This will create 3 car parking spaces while allowing adequate distance for driveway access. And we'll consult with the community after a 3-month trial to determine if the arrangement will become permanent. And finally, council was pleased to receive and note draft minutes from some of the inaugural advisory committee meetings which have been held recently. Thank you to all those who have offered their valuable time and expertise to sit on these committees. Now, we have some upcoming events which I'd like to share that you may be interested in attending. So you can meet 2023 New South Wales Young Australian of the Year, Lottie Dalziel, on the 11th of July. You can hear practical tips from her on ways to reduce plastic use in all areas of your life. This free event supports the Global Plastic Free July initiative to inspire us to live a life less plastic, showing us how easy it is to make a big difference with small steps, and I'll be undertaking the challenge as well. Another great event for youth on Thursday the 13th of July is Advocacy 101, where young people can meet local youth advocates, hear about important causes, develop advocacy skills and share ideas how you can get involved. You can register for both these events via our website. And also our holiday program at Willoughby Leisure Centre, one that's packed with fun and games while also being a great way to keep your children active and busy over the holiday break. And you can visit the Willoughby Leisure Centre website for more information on that. So the council will now go into recess for a month and return for a meeting in August. Thank you so much for joining me for my video update for this month.